With the Vortex detector series, Garrett made a commitment to ongoing product support through periodic firmware updates designed to enhance the user experience. We're pleased to announce this month a new firmware update is now available for all 3 Vortex models. Each improvement in this release further refines the Vortex's already exceptional performance. As always, these updates are free and can be downloaded using the Garrett Updater software. On screen, you will see the firmware update available for each of the Vortex models. Some of these firmware improvements apply across all 3 Vortex models, while others are specific to multi-salt beach operation and affect only the VX7 and VX9. Let's take a quick look at the most significant updates, and then we'll demonstrate several of them in action. Improved iron unmasking for low conductors, increased multi-salt sensitivity, direct drive sensitivity adjustments, adjustable backlight, increased pairing distance for wireless headphones, improved target ID accuracy for 5x8 Ripper Searchcoil, improved stability in extremely mineralized ground. Garrett's engineers have carefully developed these enhancements to expand the capabilities of your Vortex. Let's take a closer look at a few of the key improvements. Relic hunters and coin hunters searching for good targets in areas of high iron trash will appreciate the improved iron unmasking for low conductivity targets. This would include items like small hammered coins or gold coins, or good targets that fall in the mid-range of your conductivity scale. An easy test target to demonstrate this with is a nickel. Okay, before we get going here, I'll show you my setup real quick. I have my sensitivity at 5, got my volume all the way up at 8, and I've got my iron volume up at 8 so I can show you this iron target. I'm in multi-frequency, my channel's set at 4, my speed is at 1, got my backlight off, don't have wireless headphones. I'm in 2-tone mode because this is one that a lot of relic hunters like to distinguish good versus bad in our scenario. My iron to scrim in standard is 27. We've got factory default of the bottle cap reject at 2. Iron boundary, factory default of 2. And my iron audio is off. So down here I've got a 3.5-inch rusty nail. Let's go over that and just listen to it real quick with the iron volume up. Pretty solid 17 in this tough orientation, which I'll call down the barrel, down the full length of that iron target. I'll go ahead and add my nickel in here. Now at the end of that target, the current Vortex already does very well. You hear the iron target and the coin very well off the end of that. Now what I'll do is I'll go in here, I'll just go ahead and silence that iron just so we can just hear the coin target here. There's the coin. Again, no tricks. I'll pick the coin up, go back over the nail, got it silenced. It's quiet, it's still there. Now I'll move this nickel even closer. I'll put it right off the tip end of that nail, which is a very tough orientation for a lot of detectors to handle this. But with this improved iron unmasking, still nailing that mid-conductivity coin target. Excellent. Great sound. You see a little bit of iron bouncing on the lower scale to indicate there's 2 targets there, but you're getting a good solid number on the coin target. Now this is tough. I can move it even further down the nail, and this would overwhelm most detectors. I'm still getting a good high tone number in there. Again, it's mixed. That iron is overwhelming in this down the barrel position like this. Now with most detectors, they'll hit it easier in what I call the 6 o'clock orientation, and the Vortex is excellent at that. Relic hunters know this is not nearly as tough as switching like this. With those numbers bouncing up into the 60s, in this tough environment, I would definitely stop to investigate that target. So a lot of value in the improved iron unmasking. Okay, another of the improvements is increased multi-salt sensitivity. We asked several beach hunters to field test this new firmware, and each reported back with deeper detection depth. In fact, here's a short demonstration from Brian with Southern Relic Adventures on what he saw while testing the multi-salt sensitivity.
We are measuring with our stick here, and we're going to go down to right at about 8 inches. We're going to take this nickel, we're going to put it here in the water, and then we're going to push it down as far as we can. Make sure it gets down there deep enough, and it's probably a little more than 8 inches. Now what we're going to do is we are going to cover this up, smooth it out good. We've got two Garrett Vortex VX9s. The one that I have in my hand has the old version of the software. We're running at a sensitivity of 6. We've got our recovery speed set at 1, and we're going to show you some depth improvements that you're going to get with the new software. But first, I want to show you the old software on this machine and show you what it does with depth. So here's the first one. And we're going to start lifting it slowly, and it fades out about right there. So now we're going to look at the new software. So we're going to fire this one up. We're going to ground balance. Same setup. We've got sensitivity at 6. We got our recovery speed set at 1. And this is what we're going to get. You guys can see there's the sensitivity and our recovery speed set at 1. This is the new update for the Garrett Vortex VX9. Watch how high I can lift the coil up on this one versus the old software. And listen to how much louder it is too. So again, this new update is definitely going to give you more depth on the beach. So check it out when it is released.
Another great addition to Vortex with this firmware update is a variable backlight setting. Your options are now off or a selection from 1 to 4. Level 1 is intentionally very dim, while setting 4 offers maximum backlight brightness on your LCD display. One other very useful update with this new Vortex firmware is direct drive sensitivity control. This means that instead of going into the menu settings to lower or raise your sensitivity, you can simply do so by directly pressing either the plus or minus buttons. This is very helpful when you need to temporarily lower your sensitivity to operate in a challenging environment, but then wish to quickly return to higher sensitivity with a simple button press. These firmware updates reflect Garrett's ongoing commitment to making the Vortex, an already great detector, even more capable. To ensure you're getting the best possible performance from your Vortex, we strongly recommend taking a few minutes to install this free update. Should you need any help, please consult your local dealer or reach out to Garrett Customer Service. The Garrett Vortex, it just keeps getting better.